Welcome, everyone, to the Product Management View webinar series. I'm happy to introduce Jam Khan, who will be talking to you today about coordinating development across a global team. This webinar discusses the issues and solutions dealing with synchronizing communications between technical writers, encryption engineers, development, management, marketing, creative, and other key employees on a global scale to ensure that products are released efficiently, on time, and that the team innovates to the best of their abilities to create superior products. Your speaker, Jam Khan, currently serves as Director of Product Management for SafeNet's software protection product line, working with a global sales, marketing, and engineering team to ensure SafeNet's continued success as a market leader in software protection. With over 10 years of experience, Jam is recognized as an expert in his field and often speaks at conferences and seminars about software protection and license management. So today, to speak to you about coordinating development across a global team, I would like to introduce Jam Khan. Take it away, Jam.
Thank you, Susanna, and thank you, everyone, for allowing me to present to you today. As Susanna mentioned, I'm going to talk to you today about coordinating development across a global team. I'm going to skip this slide right here and get into really defining what the role of product management is. The main reason I'm really doing this is I'm sure many of you already have quite a lot of experience in this regard, but it's going to relate quite a lot to how the role of product management becomes all the more critical when managing a global team. Essentially, we are the CEO of our product line or our family of products. And one of the things that product managers really wrestle with is balancing feature requests with what our revenue opportunities are. The biggest nightmare for a product manager is to end up with what I like to call a Franken product, made up of a lot of different components that have met various customers' needs but don't really quite gel with what the market is really asking for. Another challenge we have is guiding our sales and marketing towards what our true addressable markets are. As product managers, we are the most informed about the worldview of our products when it comes to technologies that lie ahead, markets we're going after, markets we currently are serving. And our ability to balance what the market is asking for with what our short-term and long-term revenue opportunities are sort of the critical areas that product managers focus on. And probably one of the most challenging one is keeping engineering on track with market requirements without stifling their creativity. Make sure you need to give your engineering team a room to be creative, room to innovate, but not go ahead and create gold-plated screwdrivers, if you will. So I jokingly refer to product managers as sort of puppet masters that have to sort of act as if they aren't really puppets that they're controlling. Another way I like to think of product managers are really folks in the organization that have all of the responsibility but really none of the authority. We are responsible for guiding sales, marketing, engineering, yet none of these functions report directly into product management. However, we do bear the burden for the success of a product, and coordinating a global development effort becomes all the more critical when you're looking at your product being developed in various geographies, across various time zones, and addressing a global market. The focus of my presentation today is really going to be on the development effort and coordinating that globally, not so much the sales and marketing effort. So what really is some of the impact of globalization to product management? Again, focusing on really the development aspect of this and not so much the sales and marketing impact of globalization. You have to manage now a development team across multiple geographies. Typically, product managers who are used to dealing with a team that's in a local time zone or even the same office, a lot of our processes are quite informal. When you could walk down the hall and set up impromptu meetings with your development teams, there's a lot of processes that you don't necessarily think about, which you really have to take into consideration when you're dealing with different cultures, different geographies, different time zones, different work schedules. Another thing I want to talk about is the hidden costs of development that actually increase. A lot of us managed global development teams or start investing in international development teams because of the lower costs of some of these teams. But there are some hidden costs that I think are important to consider, including the differences in time zones. When you're looking at teams that are 10 to 12, 13 hours ahead of you, when you're communicating via email, sometimes you can lose up to 24 hours in communication.